Good morning.
Good morning, Arsene. The new Premier League season is almost upon us. How are you feeling ahead of it?
Well prepared and ready for a fight, and of course ambitious as well.
6 games in pre-season, the Community Shield last weekend as well. How ready and prepared are your players going into Friday's opening?
I feel we have a good level of physical preparation, and all our players got a decent number of minutes of good competition. So overall, the preparation of the squad looks good. Then it's to transform the quality of the preparation into points, and that is of course a pragmatic view, but that what matters is we win the next game and start in a strong way, what we did not do last year, and that's what we want to achieve this season.
What's the best way to change that opening day?
Quality of the performance, and we play quality opponents, you know, and Leicester has a good way to stop people because they defend very well, they are dangerous on counter-attack, so we have to put a decent pace into the game to be dangerous.
In terms of the early team news, what's the latest you can tell us?
Plenty of uncertainties about the players who didn't play against Chelsea. Will they be available or not? For example, Ramsey, Özil, Mertesacker. Of course, Koscielny suspended. I have players coming back who have not played, like Mustafi, Sanchez. Sanchez will not be available, for example. So I cannot go into the game with too many uncertainties. I can take a gamble on one, maybe maximum 2. But I will focus more on the players who had the right number of competitive minutes in the recent weeks.
What's the issue with Alexis, Arsene? Is it just simply match fitness?
No, he had a little abdominal strain that he caught on Sunday morning in training before he came to Wembley. And he had the scan 2 days ago, and he's out for a while. I don't know, is it 2 weeks or 1 more week, but he will not be available.
So possibly at least 2 weeks out?
I think he will not play at Stoke, yes.
How do you feel about that? How much of a loss is that?
It's always for us, it's Alexis Sanchez is a loss, of course, but we had all the other players prepared in pre-season and are all ready, and it can happen in the preparation. Anyway, I don't think I would have included him, certainly, on Friday night, but I don't think I would have started him.
How's he been around the training ground? What's his frame of mind like at the moment?
Of Sanchez?
Yeah.
Focused. Of course, when you have treatment on a medical bench, it's not easy.
What can you take from the performance against Chelsea?
But the quality of the performance is on the continuity of our end of season, where we had a strong finish, and so overall we look to have a desire to play, hunger to play together and to win, and so these are very interesting qualities. But it's to maintain that and go from game to game with the same hunger.
Strong end to the season last season, but still didn't end up where you wanted to be.
No, but certainly because of we made 75 points. You know, we're maybe 4 points more than the season before, but it was not enough, and we have to do more.
What's the target this season?
Target is very difficult to set. You know what you want. You can interview 7 to 8 Premier League managers who will tell you they want to win the league, and they are very ambitious, and rightly so. But so let's just focus on us, on our quality, and get into the games with the desire to win every game. What is needed, I don't know. How strong are the other teams? It's very difficult to predict as well, because we have some who have been very active on the transfer market. How will that transform in quality? It's very difficult to predict.
Just on the transfer markets, Arsene, following that Neymar deal, which I know you've spoken about, how do you feel about Premier League clubs possibly benefiting from clubs like Barcelona? If they deal with Barcelona, they're going to receive potentially inflated transfer fees. What impact does that have on the other Premier League clubs? How does that make you feel?
Well, it has a consequence because the money will circulate and rotate from one club to the other. The money that Barcelona got will go somewhere else. Will come to the Premier League, I don't know, certainly. When you listen to transfer rumours, some of it will travel to England. But at the end of the day, it's only numbers. And despite the number of top players is not increasing, you know. And that means all of that, what you want is to have the best players in the English league and not in any other European league. We want to be the best league, and therefore it's important that the best players stay in England.
And just finally from me, on Alexis, we spoke to Nasser Al-Khalifa the other day.
Khelaifi.
I always mispronounce his surname, apologies.
No problem, no problem.
He told us last week that he said that if he did want Alexis, he would just speak to you. He said he's got great relations with you, with this club. Can you say whether he's been in touch? Have they ended their interest in him? What's the negotiations?
No, we have not. It's a long time I didn't speak to Nasser because he was certainly very busy to complete the transfer of Neymar, and it's a long time I didn't speak to him.
Are you expecting him to get in touch in the final few weeks?
No. I think if you read the French papers, they're on Mbappe's case to finish their transfer market.
Do you think they'd rather go for Mbappe than Sanchez?
Look, that's what I read in the papers, and on my side I had no contact at all with Paris Saint-Germain.
Arsene, morning. Is Alexis on the other side who might be signing a new contract?
It's always possible, you know, when the players go in the final year of a contract. We will try to extend the contract because there is no reason why we shouldn't do it. But we are not there yet.
You won the FA Cup, you won the Community Shield. The fans seem to like the new signings. A lot of that negativity appears to have gone from last season. Is that something you would agree with?
Yes, of course, but you know that first of all that this is a battle that you never won, definitely, and that is all linked with the results that we will make and the way we play football. You have to accept the verdict, the public verdict, and we have just to make sure that we keep everybody on our side. It's ideal to have everybody on our side, but that is down to the performances we have.
And in recent seasons, you haven't got off to the best start, in particular at home, so it's even more important that you need to win on Friday to keep that negativity away?
Yes, of course, but statistically we'll not always lose the first game, you know. It's true that in the recent years we had down to some special circumstances sometimes, because it's after World Cup, after European Championship, when you had many players who were not ready to start the season as well. On top of that, we had always quality opponents, West Ham, Liverpool, and now we have Leicester. So we have a good opportunity to show that you had a good preparation and that you are ready.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has been linked with a move to Chelsea. Is he still part of your plans? And he signed 6 years ago, yesterday, I believe. Has he made the progress you hoped he would have made in those 6 years?
Yes, I think he had in his career some bad moments because he had some small injuries. Last year he was much more stable. Personally, I think he's a hugely talented player. He's on the way up, and but he will continue to move up because the potential is there. He's today very conscious of his qualities as well, what he was not always. And I personally believe he will be a very great player, Alex Chamberlain.
And the last one from me, Theo Walcott told me that Kolasinac is an animal. How would you describe him?
He has the force of an animal, certainly. But I just think that Kolasinac is a good player and that he has an attitude, you know, that is suited to the Premier League. That means he's determined, he's aggressive and forceful and wants to play. And that's in our club, that is vital, that every time we win the ball we want to play and he's available to play.
David Ospina had been the subject of some speculation this summer as well, with talks about a possible move to Fenerbahce. Now it certainly seems like he's staying for another season. Was it harder to convince him to stick around this year when there's no Champions League to offer?
It was not easy, because of course all these players want to play, they are top level players, they want to go as well to the World Cup, and but he will get the number of games here as well, and there is fights with Peter Cech, and the fight is quite open. At the moment I play Peter Cech, but this battle is not won definitely by Peter Cech, because I rate highly Ospina, and anyway we play other competitions and he will play.
Last one, Matt. Arsene, Brian mentioned interest from Paris Saint-Germain in Alexis. Has there been any offers for Alexis? I know you're saying he's staying, but have there been any bid to talk on?
I can't tell you that at the moment. I just think we are not open, what I said to many times, to any offers anyway.
And I know you said on Sunday you are looking to move some players on because of the size of the squad. Have you got any closer to anyone leaving?
No. At the moment, even yesterday I had a managers meeting and talking with the other managers in other clubs. It looks like everywhere there's many players, you know, and there's a big congestion at the moment everywhere.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Arsene.
Can you take the microphones out, please?
And also
To the newspapers.
Sorry?
Khalifi.
Kelaifi.
Khalifi. Honestly. I had to say it last week so many times on TV.
Did you get it right?
No, didn't. Sorry. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, how you doing?
So, Josh.
For us, 3 weeks.